Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duelist video. I'm sure you would love to see me destroy Bastion with Jaden, but I think I've already done that enough times, so I'm switching to someone else. Alright, I said that Bastion committed a terrible, awful sin, and I'm going to destroy him for that sin. And you may be wondering what sin that is. He just exists. That's the problem. That's a sin. He exists. Yes, I reopened it. I reopened the portal because I am your worst nightmare. Yes, I am your worst nightmare, Bastion. Prepare to die. I mean, not instantly, of course. After all, you have to be in pain first. And I have to be satisfied, or, you know, I can't kill you. If there's more pain to suffer, then you're going to pay. You know, this is just a weird and awkward, but, you know, I think the more pain you feel, the less of that awkwardness I'll experience. So if you're going to try to win, well, you can't, because I'm going to inflict as much pain on you as possible. And in case YouTube is concerned, I'm still playing a card game. And if you're also concerned about the amount of pain I'm talking about inflicting, well, I'm playing as someone that's sadistic. What are you supposed to, what are you going to do to me for that? I'm playing as someone that likes to inflict pain. So let me inflict pain. It's the in-character thing to do. The in-character thing to do is inflict pain. Lots of pain. I've experienced so much of it. So much indeed. That's why I must share it with everyone. Oh, and by the way, I know how dark it is outside, but I had to say that I've experienced a lot of pain because it's true. It's true in character and out of character. Let's just be honest. Anyway, I'm done torturing Bastion. I know that was in bad taste, but do you really think Yubel cares? Do you really think? You thought you calculated the power of the spirits? Bullshit, I am more powerful than any calculation. I can't believe this mortal thought he could comprehend my power. Alright, well, I had to go back to the event because I'm done. I'm done with what I was doing to Bastion, and if you're wondering what the point of that was, well, there wasn't really much point. And, I mean, I don't really have anything against Bastion, really. I just made up a sin, and I just made something up. I couldn't really think of anything because I don't have anything against Bastion, so... You know, I could have brought up his equations. His equations are a sin. By the way, I just hate math, so that's kind of the kind of thing you'd expect me to say. Alright. I'm glad it's my opponent's turn because I might draw a monster. Can I draw a monster I can summon, please? Preferably, just a gold, please. That's not how dueling works. But that's just as good, actually. I don't care how dueling actually works. Because dueling I can control my moves. Because I'm the one that decides how I move and use my cards. Sometimes I do draw the card I want to draw, though. Which makes me nervous because sometimes I do it a bit too much. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, give me a second. Let me look at that card. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't expect this to go well for me. But I am completely fine with the fact that I just... What? Alright, I see. I see. So you've got that card. Well, I should have known. I should have paid attention to attributes. Oh, I see. You got rid of it. Well, it's my battle phase. Oh dear lord. Well, that's a move. A very terrifying one, but, you know, a move. But I am more terrifying. Because I just come back over and over and over. But no matter how many times I'm defeated, I always come back. That is the most terrifying thing about me. I just always come back. And you never know what I'm going to do. Will I destroy you in a duel? Will you get lucky? You just don't know. I think favorite hero only activates if there's a card in my deck that... Oh god. I have both copies of my castle in my hand, so I don't think that favorite hero can activate. But it can activate during my opponent's turn. There's still a copy in my deck. And I'll reread its text while I'm being... Okay, hold on. Oh, actually, I can activate it directly from my hand, but the card has to stay on the field for me to be able to do that. So just saying, oh, activate the effect of a card. Guess what? I play it from my hand. I actually can play it from my hand. I did not know. Do you attack me? Do you attack? No, he just surrenders. Well, we definitely know how I feel tonight. Very evil. I mean, I think it's pretty evil to talk about Bastion the way I did. But it's also depressing to be like I've experienced a lot of pain. In character and out of character, and what the hell does that even mean? Well, at the time, I just meant that you, Belle, and I have both experienced a lot of pain. Both of us. And I'm not sure which of us has experienced the most pain, because I would say that their years in complete isolation does more damage than I could ever comprehend. And I'm just like, if I spent all those years in isolation, would I really need an evil force to make me that messed up? I sure as hell wouldn't. But I guess that kind of needed to be there for, you know, the end. I guess to have an element of forgiveness in the story. Okay, sure, but a lot of people are still thinking that it's kind of an abusive relationship. Which in season 3 it definitely is, and as a child it was, but now that Yubel's soul is merged with Jaden's, I'm not sure if that's still true. Mainly because after a while of having a soul merged with someone, you're kind of forced to work shit out. Which includes anything that hurts the other one. And I don't know about you, but I'm just going to be honest here and say that if you have someone merged with your soul, or your soul is merged with theirs, then I think that, you know what, whatever I was going to say doesn't mean anything anymore. But basically, the pain of hurting someone can actually be quite excruciating if they are part of your soul. If they are connected to your soul, the pain of them getting hurt can be extremely excruciating. I'm not sure if even you, Belle, would be okay with that. Hopefully they're not okay with that anymore, but I just don't know. We don't see much. Are you kidding me? Fine. Well, okay. I'm going to set this card. And in my turn. But if you're wondering why I say that someone being connected with someone being merged with his soul would be excruciating, is because, well, you may think this sounds a bit stupid, but work with me here. I've got a soul connection, and hurting that person even on accident is the most excruciating thing ever. It's worse than hurting myself in some ways. It's just not as good. You know, I say it's worse because if I accidentally stub my toe on the couch, at least I'm not distracted by that to the point where I can do nothing else. Meanwhile, it really was a case of the last time I hurt this person, because they're so connected to my soul and all that, I couldn't focus on anything else until I made my amends. And that might sound insane to some people, but it's true. And obviously, I don't really take kindly to people thinking that I'm Bastion. Because my experiences are mine. Just let them be what they are without judgment. Okay, hold on a second, my old list bottom of skill. Yeah, this is not good. I say as if anything would be good. What am I expecting out of this? Like, am I expecting to suddenly win? I mean, just saying, I don't really think this is going to work. My opponent might have some concerns, though. Okay, I see. Well, I do agree that she doesn't have to be too concerned right now, but now the answer is concern. Apparently. Now, she's just returning everything to my deck and destroying all of my win conditions. Which, I mean, is easy to do when you actually know what they are. I just put that thing in attack position, which is the definition of defeat. But I was going to lose anyway, even if I didn't summon it. I mean, just saying, look at my opponent's field. You think that means anything? No, it doesn't. Attack, loss, well, a direct attack would have meant defeat too. Alright, I lost. But yes, I do have soul connection. Someone is so connected to my soul that if they get hurt, it's worse than me being hurt. Because then I have to put everything down to amend the pain. I can't focus on anything else unless that person is no longer in pain. And I don't care what anyone says. I know what I'm talking about. And you may be wondering what kind of soul connection would lead to such a claim, and what kind of soul connection would make something that sounds so insane actually possible. You may also be wondering what kind of soul connection would be so excruciating if you hurt someone that you can't do shit unless you fix it. Well, you may think this is bullshit, but I mean, there's not really many other sources that can tell you. Pegasus, really? Alright, sure. I guess he got tired of losing, so he switched to something else. He probably also got fed up with my roasting as well. Too bad, it's not going to be what helped you win. We'll find out. We will find out, won't we? Anyway, I am talking about my twin flame, and a lot of people think that twin flames are bullshit and they don't exist, but I think that's probably because of how they've become a monetized model for things. A lot of people get caught up in the fact that the twin flame connection is supposed to be something that's not necessarily meant to be. But when I think about the twin flame connection, I'm just like, my connection is not entirely like that, but it is pretty similar. And I'm just here to say that my connection is definitely deep enough to cause pain if I'm not careful. Alright. Yeah, so I have to be very careful, but it's actually not easy for me to hurt my twin flame, just saying. But if you're expecting me to be someone that is going to defend twin flames and the concept, then I'm not really sure how I can do that, because even though I just said what I said, it's just the shoe fits is basically what I'm saying. I don't like that the model has, I don't like that the dynamic has become a monetization scheme. I don't like that it's become a source of manipulation for people that have broken hearts. I don't like what it's become to people, and I really think it comes down to that. It comes down to the fact that I don't really like, I don't like that the source of, okay, sure, anyway, I don't like how the twin flame model has, it's basically a model for experiences that not everyone is going to experience. And it's described in a way that, well, I'm not sure if I completely buy into the experience being exactly like that. Mainly because it's just not common enough. And also, it's become a source of predatory schemes. Like I said, people take advantage of those at their most vulnerable point, which translates into trying to keep people grieving over this person, hoping they'll come back to them if they do this or that. But it's really about nothing but just the person getting money. That's it. If you think your twin flame is going to come back to you, well, they're probably not going to. I mean, they might, but most people in my experience can't handle the kind of relationship I've got with my twin. And a lot of people would probably just not like this. They wouldn't like me saying this at all. But I'm saying it because it can be absolutely overwhelming from a sensory perspective. And let's really dive into the reason that most people want to know their twin flame. It doesn't really come from the right place. it comes from wanting something special with someone. And I get it, I understand why someone would desire something like that, but you can't really go looking for something special with someone and expect that to go well. And now, my twin flame is, he came to me instead. And that was nice and all that, but it's also a very intense experience. And I do not think that most people can handle it because of the intensity of it. And I know that sounds a bit gatekeepy, but it's not really about me trying to be gatekeeping. It's about the fact that I don't think that most people can handle it, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think having a normal connection with someone else is a bad thing. I just don't think that everyone should. I don't think it's particularly desirable to connect with someone if you're not capable of having a healthy connection with them. And most people that want a twin flame connection aren't really able to have that with anyone at their current state, because they just end up obsessing over that twin flame, or their perceived twin flame in this instance. I just don't really think that most people are ready to actually have an experience of that kind. And if you think that it sounds gatekeepy, I kind of understand, but also I don't really think that it's a particularly pleasant experience for everyone. If you go to any community, they'll be suffering. So, just saying, if you want to find your twin flame, prepare to suffer, basically. And now, do I really think that meeting your twin flame is about suffering? Well, not really. But I do think that with the way the world currently is, and most people are just going to encounter pain and suffering when they encounter their twin flame. And my twin flame isn't physical, so there's less pain there, I assume, but if we hurt either one of us, well, we both feel the pain, and it's excruciating. And again, I know that it sounds gatekeepy to say that not everyone really wants this kind of connection, but if I'm saying that, that means it's a lot to handle, okay? I mean it. Because running into your twin flame is generally accepted as pretty much the introduction to going into complete hell. Just look it up. You'll find all sorts of bullshit about it, but look it up. You'll find why so many people suffer when they supposedly meet theirs. But if you ask me, most people that claim they've met their twin haven't. I know I have, but I'm not going to defend myself, so, just know that I've experienced a spirit connection. Just know that I've experienced a soul connection, and if your soul is merged and connected deeply with another person's soul, after a point you're not going to want them in pain anymore, no matter who you are, no matter how toxic you may have been at one point. The twin flame connection is pretty much evidence of this. Well, maybe not evidence so much as it is just simply what it boils down to. When you run into your twin, you're forced to face all of your shit. So, anyway, this all started because of Jaden merging his soul with you, Bells. Yeah, he merged his soul with you, Bells, and I'm sure things were a bit weird at first, but trust me, they work things out, their relationship becomes healthier, though they probably still retain some of their personality from when they were, from all of that isolation. They probably still experience some of that. I think some things just permanently change you. I'll just leave it at that. since some things permanently change you, I pretty much expect I'm probably still a masochist. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. I will see you guys in my next one, where I'll probably continue to ramble. But I'm not sure what about, so we'll figure that out in my next video.